women should not have to adopt masculine traits in order to succeed. You should be able to stay as a woman and in tune with your femininity and still be equal. I love the power women have. I think women rule the world because they rule men, manipulating men. That's our job. That's what we're on the planet for. I love marriage. I think it's a wonderful institution and it's the most important decision you make. My name is actually quite a popular name in Scotland. People elsewhere always think it's far more exotic than it is. In Scotland, it's a common name. I don't like junk food just because I don't like the taste of it, but I don't go to the gym ever. I think your heart dances to the beat of your own drum, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. I loved Morocco. It's very exotic and different from anywhere I've ever been. I had an amazing day there in the high Atlas Mountains near Mount Tamadat when I rode by donkey into a Berber village and drank some mint tea with a Berber family. It was exceptional. I was raised as a tomboy with boys, and I never really feel like myself when I am really dolled up at premieres and showbiz events. You know, motherhood is my favorite topic in my personal life, and I won't shut up about it, but it's not something I want to discuss publicly just because of the amount of attention it draws to a small person who didn't choose to be exposed. I'm definitely attracted to other Australians. I have a laid-back attitude to life that I feel is very Australian. I love a good Barbie, even though it'll never be flat again. My stomach is my favorite part of my body because it reminds me of my greatest achievement, my babies. I find weddings really boring. They give speeches, your aunt kisses you on the cheek, and you're at a boring table, but it's different when it's your own. I love good food and I love to eat in nice restaurants. I love Japanese food. I love Gordon Ramsay in London. He is pretty amazing. I crashed my boyfriend's birthday when I was 12 years old. He didn't invite me and so I showed up. In real life I'm obviously a lot more shy, but once I'm on set and in costume and I'm hidden behind the person I'm playing, I feel quite free to experiment. I usually go into a store with a mission. My idea of a fun thing to do would not be to go to a mall and shopping. I always try to choose material that I would want to go and see. I don't choose movies anymore to be in that other people wouldn't want to see. I tell my girlfriends, imagine if all the time you put into waxing and primping, you took all of that energy and put it into something useful. I think kissing scenes always feel awkward, but there's just no way around it. But it's a part of the job. All I know is that I've ruled out wearing fairy wings. When I was 9, I wanted to get married in fairy wings, and now I realize that's not cool anymore. I'm not a fashionista. I don't have much experience in that world. I love religions and find them fascinating, and I find Judaism very beautiful. It's enriched my life enormously. Growing up, there wasn't much emphasis on being nice or naughty. As a family, there wasn't much discipline. It was more relaxed at home, which I'm grateful for. I still write. I'd love to write more trashy chick lit. At the moment, I just rewrite my own lines, which probably annoys most directors though. Thankfully not Adam Brooks. I love acting, love it. It's the greatest fun in the world. I've never had trouble feeling extremely grateful. I think all married couples tend to run things by each other in every capacity, and we're not different to them. The great thing about doing physical comedy for film is that if it doesn't work, you're not exposed. It ends up on the editing room floor, so it gives you a lot more room to experiment, I guess. But I really enjoy doing it. I'm very comfortable tapping into my inner idiot. I don't really watch many heist movies. Actually, I have quite eclectic tastes, but I tend to watch just foreign films. I never have time to cook, so I just look through the books and imagine the dishes I would make if I wasn't going out for a business dinner. The most romantic thing a guy has ever done for me is starting a family. That's as romantic as it gets. In Hollywood, you feel a responsibility to look less disheveled than you are, but I'm a mom, and I'm not good at putting time into prepping to make lashes curl better. Take a hair dryer to your eyelash curler for 1 or 2 seconds before using it. Comedy has always been important in my family. If you got in a good joke at the dinner table, it meant more than almost anything else. I have a side of me that doesn't care. I really enjoy physical comedy, thinking of an idea and pitching it to the director. I love to cook, but I'm a bit rubbish. I tend to start something and then dip into a book or have a conversation and come back and everything's burnt. What I loved about breastfeeding was that bond of one-on-one time. The serotonin that's released calms you down and connects you to the baby. I breastfed both my kids for 2 years, so you know. It was very tiring, emotionally and physically. Being proud of who we are as people is more important than cutting into ourselves to create this false idea of beauty. Isla Fisher, born February 3, 1976 in Muscat, the daughter of Scottish parents Elspeth Reed and Brian Fisher. At the time, her father was working there as a banker for the United Nations. Fisher and her family returned to their hometown of Bathgate, then moved to Australia when she was 6 years old and settled in Perth. She has 4 brothers and said that she had a great upbringing in Perth, with a very outdoorsy life. She has stated that her sensibility is Australian. She has a laid-back attitude to life, and that she feels very Australian. Her parents later separated. Her mother and brothers now live in Athens while her father lives in Frankfurt. Fisher attended Swanbourne Primary School and Methodist Ladies College in Perth. She appeared in lead roles in school productions, such as Little Shop of Horrors. At the age of 21, she attended l'École Internationale des Trijocs Lequic in Paris, where she studied clown, mime, musical theater, and commedia dell'arte. Fisher is an Australian actress and writer, born in Oman to Scottish parents who moved with her to Australia during her childhood. She began appearing in television commercials and came to prominence for her portrayal of Shannon Reed on the Australian soap opera Home and Away 199 for 1997, for which she received 2 Logie Award nominations. Fisher transitioned to Hollywood with her portrayal of Mary Jane in the live-action adaptation of Scooby-Doo 2002 and has since starred in films such as Wedding Crashers 2005, Confessions of a Shopaholic 2009, Bachelorette 2012, The Great Gatsby 2013, Now You See Me 2013, and Nocturnal Animals 2016. Her other notable credits include Swimming Pool 2001, I Heart Huckabees 2004, London 2005, Wedding Days 2006, The Lookout 2007, Hot Rod 2007, Definitely, Maybe 2008, Burke and Hare 2010, Visions 2015, Grimsby 2016, Keeping Up with the Joneses 2016, Tag 2018, The Beach Bum 2019, Greed 2019, and Blithe Spirit 2020. She has also voiced characters in animated films such as Horton Hears a Who 2008, Rongo 2011, Rise of the Guardians 2012, and Back to the Outback 2021. Fisher had a recurring role on the 4th and 5th seasons of the sitcom Arrested Development 2013-2019 and stars on the comedy drama series Wolf Like Me 20 to present. She has authored 2 young adult novels and the Marge in Charge book series. She is married to English comedian Sacha Baron Cohen, with whom she has 3 children.